And we're back again. Welcome back to Here's the Situash. You're like lagging, but it'll be fine in post. We'll edit that. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watch the videos. I noticed the videos are going a little lower in views each week. I understand. You're probably tired of Dylan. I agree with you. But we need you to watch the views, okay? For the YouTubes.
How dare you? How dare you?
I know you guys hate Dylan and his takes and his hair, but just keep listening, okay? It gets better. Don't worry, it gets better.
I am an icon.
Oh boy. It is Labor Day, so I'm drinking a fucking DC because I'm American.
I'm
Labor
American.
Day and we're
I'm drinking
both
sweet
off.
tea. I'm off all week.
There we are. That's very American of you, Dylan. Let me start with I was leaving work the other day and it takes like 15 minutes to get out of the parking lot and to like get on the toll road. And there's like lights. Like traffic is so bad trying to get out of the parking lot. There's like 3 stoplights just to get out all the way out of the fucking place. And my light was green, so I turned and this Tesla was coming down like cuz we have a roundabout too. So they went past the roundabout and like I'm going like this and then they're like coming here and they honk at me. I'm like, "Hey bitch, my light's green and you're in a Tesla. Honk all you want, you're still a bitch, right? Hey, you're still a bitch, right? I work at Tesla. I built the cars, I built the trucks, I make the batteries. I'm not going to buy one. Why? Because I'm not a bitch. So anytime someone honks in a Tesla, dude, what are you going to act fucking hard? Like, what are you going to do? Get out of the car? You're not even going to get out of the fucking car.
Go charge your car before it dies.
Be like, hey, be like, what's the serial number on your battery? I'm going to fucking make it blow up.
Faulty.
Yeah, but like, I see Teslas and Cybertrucks all the time, but like if you're driving an electric vehicle, you can't get road rage because what are you going to do? You have a camera on the damn car that records every little thing. So
they do?
Don't fucking step to me, dude.
A Tesla does?
Don't step to me. Yeah.
I didn't know
like
that.
If you're walking by a Tesla and if you stand by it for like more than a minute, it'll like start beeping and say like recording in progress. And it'll just start recording. And you're like, oh
How
shit.
gay.
And you have to like walk away because it's weird. Yeah.
How gay.
Big on security, but also you're not going to do anything, right? So that's what I've been dealing with. But also, I relish in being a dickhead at work. Dude, this week has been so annoying. We have leads at work, and the leads don't do shit. They just like escalate issues, which everyone who works there has to escalate issues. So really, your job is nothing. We have loops where packs go in, and you have to use like an HMI screen. You know what HMI screen is?
No.
It's like a touch screen that you like move packs, you lower stoppers, you raise LTUs, like you move packs around. The leads don't know how to fucking use it, and they've been there for at least 4 months now. They're newer, but they've been there for 4 months. Shit are good off the pot. So they try to move packs around, and they don't know what they're doing, so they'll crash packs, and like they'll break the pass-throughs, which is a rework I have to do, or they'll break a flood port. They'll break or fuck up the battery, and then I got to fix it on top of shit I'm already busy doing. So I just get so fucking insanely mad. And like most of the time, I try to keep my cool because I see these guys every day and I don't want to like just be a straight up dickhead. But when they're constantly fucking up like that, I'm like, hey, dude, something's got to give. Either be better at your job or stop moving shit. Okay? Because I can't keep stopping what I'm doing to fix your mistakes. So this dude walks up. He's like, hey, man, I crashed some packs. I was literally like, fuck sakes, dude. Go over there. I got it. And usually I'm thinking that in my head whenever he does shit like that. And I'm like, okay, I'll go get it. Like usually I'm like, all right, I'll go. It's no big deal. But this past week, dude, every 10 minutes, if I leave to go take a piss, he crashes something. And I'm like, I got it. Go. Like I talk to him like a fucking animal. And I love it. I'm like, dude, I know what I'm doing. Okay. You could put me in any zone. There's like 4 zones. Put me in any zone. I'm going to get shit done. I'll move packs around. I'll be good.
Do they get paid
This
more
dude's
than
in
you?
the same zone. Yeah. That's why I also get extra mad. These leads are in the same zones every week for months on end. Same zones. You think this motherfucker would know how to move packs around and not need me to clean up his fucking mess. But no, it's like every day he's like, what does this do? Douche. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dog. You get paid more than me?
Hmm.
I gotta put up with this shit? Yeah, but I like being a dickhead whenever people piss me off because I'm like, what are you gonna do? I run this line.
You do
It's
nothing.
been a rough week.
It's been a rough
Dylan, what did you do all
weeks,
week?
bro. Weekend? Yeah, I partied hard. What's up?
Right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin style.
You
Don't play
actually
with me.
drink beers?
No. Margaritas. Stop playing with me.
Wow,
Scooting
Dylan,
closer.
way to be gay.
It's
What
not
did you do?
gay. Nothing. Hit the pool. Hit the lake.
You just drink,
Chilling. Doing my thing.
how do you have margaritas on a lake?
We went out.
Oh,
And then you
I
got
was like, don't you need
margaritas at
like a
the house.
blender?
Just make them. Have margaritas at the house. Stop playing with me, bro. Fuck all that, what I was doing. Nobody cares about that. What the people want to know is why the fuck is Biden still on vacation almost a month in? Son of a bitch. The fuck is that all timers having fuck son of a bitch doing out there on the beach, just chilling? And then we
I
got
didn't even know he was
Kamala.
still in
Then we
office.
got Kamala over here, fucking doing presidency fucking campaigns. I'm like, I'm sure everybody's wondering who the fuck's running this country. No, no, is it
Yeah,
just me?
I forget.
Is it
I
just me?
forget. Well, what are we in September now? So the
Yes.
election is November. Yeah, I forget Biden's even in office. Just like once he's denounced his candidacy, I literally forgot he was in office. So he's just on vacation. The hell is he taking a break from?
Fucking shit up.
He's taking a he's taking a break from trying not to die every single day. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
I don't know. It's
Maybe it's
fucking
better
so
he
stupid.
doesn't.
I mean, but at
Maybe
this
it's
point,
better he doesn't run the country right now.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I want to know who the fuck's running it right now because Kamala's over here fucking on her campaign tour over here for her presidency in November election, I guess. But don't vote for her. Don't do it. I just see all these fucking clips of her, bro. It just kills me. I'm like, how does this make sense? How is obviously politicians are liars, anyways. But she's just like
Yeah,
everything she once said. She's like, oh yeah, we're doing this, and then every clip, people just have so many clips. I can't even fucking speak to just one. It's like this. She just like says the complete opposite now. I'm like, that makes no sense. And she can't even answer fucking questions. She's like Biden at this point. They asked her something about all these inflation prices and how they're going to fix it, and then she goes and she's like, "Yeah, inflation is high, and we need to fix it, and this and that." And she doesn't answer the question, and she just stops talking. And they're like, "So how are you going to fix it?" And she was like, "Yeah." She just keeps nodding her head, and she goes, "Yeah." I was like, "How the fuck does that make sense, bro?" Donnie would have gave us a straight answer.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with politics. I just know she's anywhere she goes, she plays up her black card, even though she's fucking Indian. She's half black, I guess, but her whole like kid, teenage, young woman, adulthood, she was like really Indian, apparently, like with the red dot or the diamond or whatever the fuck, like that Indian. And then I guess ever since she's been under Biden, she's been playing the black card. Like, yeah, I'm all for black women, but not black men. I'm putting them in jail. So I don't know. She's flip flopping, and then yeah, I don't know. And then she has like a boring white guy as her VP, which you would think she'd have someone of color as her VP because she's all about diversity and fucking woke and white people are the devil. So it's weird she has a
um,
straight white guy as her VP, you know?
for the uneducated, VPs usually go. They usually pick the VPs by like swing states and like where they can get the most like electoral votes from. So that's what the VP usually goes for, I think. I'm not the
Yeah, I
most
don't know how that
educated,
shit works because it's
but you know,
boring.
it is boring. But I'm just saying.
Speaking of Presidential shit, dude. Every president from the past like 40 years is a caricature. I can't talk. Dylan, say it.
Goddamn it, charcuterie.
Charcuterie, caricature. I'm
It's
retarded.
caricature, you idiot.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Caricature. Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Herbert.
But every president since like Ronald Reagan, is like you can easily impersonate him. I just think that's weird. Every president we've had since Reagan, anyone can do an impersonation of him. Like, I don't know if people can impersonate me and you or just normal everyday folks, but being the president is like you have to be an exaggerated, weird version, cartoon person.
Yeah,
like
they're
Reagan's
a fucking
like,
puppet.
Reagan's like old white guy is like, let's tear down that wall. And that's exactly what he sounds like. Who was after him? Clinton? Hey, how about we fucking, I like to play the sax and have sex in the Oval Office. Mm-hmm. That's fucking Clinton. Spot on. Who's the next one? Bush, George H. Bush. I'm not positive how he sounded.
Bush.
I just know Dana Carvey's impersonation where he's like, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Boom. Impersonation. Who's the next one? His son? George W. Bush. George W. Bush. We got to stop the terrorist killers. Stop the terror. Now watch this drive. He was after him, fucking Obama. He's like, nope, I'm not going to do it. Nope. I like to say I'm the president of the United States. He's just real like whitey kind of black sounding. And then, Trump, you got, I'm a tremendous president. I've been the greatest president. And then if Kamala wins, she'll be the one no one can impersonate because she's just like a half Indian, half black woman.
You can easily impersonate her, folks. Just say one thing, and 10 minutes later, say the complete opposite. It just makes sense.
Well, if my prediction's correct, we'll have Trump again 2024.
What about Biden?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Fucking Biden, dude. What do you want from me? You just got to stutter and figure what you're saying. And
then go eat your...
smell a kid's hair. Shut up, man. That was him last debate. He's like, his eyes are closed. He's like, shut up, man. To Trump. Trump's like, are you wrong? Your wife looks like a dog.
Oh, that's hilarious.
His wife looks like a dog. I told him that. He said, I didn't know my wife looked like a dog. I'm like, she does. Couldn't believe it. It's Trump hands.
I don't know.
I like how I didn't practice any of that, and I sound just like him. But yeah, every president sounds like a fucking cartoon person. It's weird.
Yeah, because they've all been like...
I thought about that the other day.
Since the 90s.
Trump is definitely the funniest president we've had, if not George W. George W. Bush. He's so dumb, dude.
Got the chair.
Someone threw a shoe at him or something, right? And he was like, you missed.
Man.
You missed me. Can you imagine being a security for a president and someone like Reagan got shot. Someone tried to hit George Bush with the shoe and then Trump got shot. You would think during the speech or while it's happening, they would the president would be like, you're fired. Like just start firing the security because a shoe shouldn't get close to a face if you're the president, right? He's just like, you missed.
Okay. The gunshots I get. How do you help the fucking shoe situation? There's like a room of reporters.
Catch the shoe, dude. It's like a size 10 at least.
It's not like they're on the sides of him, just like watching. Like, oh, let me catch this flying bullet, catch this shoe, whatever. The fucking reporter sitting right in front of him and he launched the shoe at him. I mean, what you want to do?
So stupid. I remember seeing old comedians impersonate Bush. Like Will Ferrell, he used to do him. Will Ferrell, he'd be like, they're like, give us one word that will identify your structure for candidacy of presidency or whatever the fuck. And he's like, strategery. Strategery. It's not even a word.
I feel like Will Ferrell is
so
an underrated comedian. Like, obviously, he doesn't do stand-up, but he's still an underrated, actor, comedian-wise. Shit is fucking hilarious.
I mean, he just hasn't made funny movies in 10 years.
I know, but I feel
if he's in a movie now, it's somewhat drama, maybe romance, but he's not really making comedies, The last comedy he made was probably
I think he's been out of movies for a while though. I think he does just like cameos and shit, and he pops up in places.
Yeah, because there's really,
But
yeah, he
still,
hasn't really made a comedy in a while. Strategery. So confident, dude. So stupid. Kate, it's so funny. Someone, I think Gabriel Iglesias, he did. He was like, he's like, you don't have to make fun of the president. He makes fun of himself. He's like, K to Katrina. They both start with a K. Like Al Qaeda.
yes, I know
He's
you
like,
mean.
Al Qaeda did Hurricane Katrina. He's just always like squinting. So stupid.
What we're trying to
Now
say
watch
is,
this
people,
draft.
America's a joke. It's
I'm not
terrible.
saying that.
Stop a
I'm
terror.
gonna have to edit. The views expressed by Dylan are not my views.
Hmm.
When did being pro-American be un-American? You
I
notice
don't know.
that? Like if someone has like a American flag or a poster or a sticker, everyone's like, "You're fucking part of the problem." I was like, "How is being pro-American bad?" That's how crazy this country's flip-flopped. Like if you don't have a Ukraine or a fucking Palestine flag, they're like, "You're a piece of shit." It's like, bitch, this is America. Go to fucking
Go move over
Ukraine then,
there.
since you're
Yeah, go
all
move over
about
there.
them. Yeah.
If you're all about them,
Go
go live their
protest your
life in
gay
terror.
coffee shop over there and see what happens.
Go live in terror over there. Yeah, you won't like it.
That's how great America is. You can bitch about America at nauseum, and it's fine because it's America. You do that in another country, they'll fucking kill you on the spot. They'll stone you. Do they still stone people?
In yeah, countries like Iran and shit like that.
Hmm. I just know they throw bananas at blacks in Europe at
Maybe not
soccer
in Iran, but
games.
maybe like one of the stands over there. Not sure. Not being racist, folks. Just saying. Over
Hmm.
there with the terror.
So
Yeah.
stupid, dude. Well, Dylan, you can proceed to one of your topics. I only have like two left, but they can wait
I'm just gonna
since
say
they're
one of
in
these
the realm of
times,
what we're talking about.
one of these next shows, we're just gonna pick a character and we're gonna be that fucking character the entire episode. It'd be hilarious. Just like arguing with like the complete opposite of characters. Just like going back and forth talking stupid shit. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, dude, I could do that. I would just need absolute silence to get in character.
I need absolute silence. I need absolute silence. Clearly, I
So
wasn't talking
stupid.
to you, big titties. Oh my god.
What do you
I want to
got?
ask you. We're not going to keep this episode long, folks, like the last ones, because obviously maybe that's the problem. But I want to ask, get through my shit pretty decently quick. So I got to play some college football. If any of you pussies want to play me, get beat down. But I want to ask you,
Get beat off.
TM. Uh,
Yeah.
um, so obviously, fucking everything's high price and inflation, all that. In America, I want to see what's your thoughts on what you would consider wealthy in the U.S. right now. Like, we'll be talking money wise. Because you hear these like already rich people like, oh yeah, you got to be have like this much to be like wealthy. But I'm like, dude, if I had like fucking half that, I'd be fucking wealthy.
I guess it depends on how you spend it. Honestly, right? Like, I read. I think we brought this up a while ago, but I read some kind of article where it said Gen Zers or whatever millennials said that 200K a year is not enough to live off of. And I'm like, oh, well, these people are fucking stupid, right? Because you can easily live off of that. I live off of a fucking quarter of that, pretty fine.
Samesies. I did just almost
So
that.
I would say, what is wealthy? To me, I would say being wealthy is just being able to afford all your bills, your housing, your vehicle, just living comfortably and not having to like struggle, bill to bill, paycheck to paycheck. I'd say that's maybe that's not wealthy, but just being comfortable and not
Okay,
being
I
in
get
debt
that.
and constantly.
That's where we come from, and we like understand like we're wealthy now, like compared to what we were growing up, because we have enough
Yeah.
and we still get to do things. But I'm saying like, if you had to put a number on it, like what's like, oh, like you're wealthy. Like if you look at that person, like, and their like income is like, oh, that's wealthy. Like they got like they're doing fine.
I'd say over 200K a year or so. 200, 250, a little over that, I would say, oh, you're pretty wealthy. But also it depends
Yeah,
how you spend it. So if you spend it like an asshole, then you're going to
yeah.
be like, well, I'm barely
It's
making
probably
it.
those
Well, fucking,
it's probably those fucking idiots that are buying like their fucking $10 coffees every morning, like fucking Monday through Saturday. Then Sunday, oh, I'm doing
or,
good. I only make my coffees. I make my coffees on Sundays. I don't buy it every day. Like, bitch, that is the
well, it's
dumbest
not
thing I
even
could
that. It's
possibly
more
heard.
of like, a businessman, like a single businessman living in like a 5-bed mansion or 5-bedroom house. And you're
I
like,
mean,
what the
yeah,
fuck you
that
need all
too.
this for? You're alone. Shit like that. Having the newest BMW, shit like that. Like you don't need it. Living in a gated community, like you can save money by just being a normal person. But
Yeah. So
more
I just want to
money,
say,
more problems.
sort of, but I want to say that because I saw people saying not necessarily like the most accurate statistic, but a lot of people were saying they took a poll and there's like, you need $2 million in the U.S., to live comfortably and be wealthy. Like that is considered wealthy. $2 million, like more than that. I was like, are you fucking
Damn.
high? I was like, are you high right now? I was like, that makes no sense, dude. If I had 100K or like 200K put in my bank tomorrow, I'd be living great. That's easy
Yeah.
money. Like I'm living off that for the next like 2-3 years easily.
That's it. 2 3 years,
At
and you would go.
least.
You would go through it.
No, I wouldn't go through it. I would definitely
That's
invest that
crazy.
shit. Like I'm saying, if I was just like just
Oh,
straight living off that, like I would probably like put the money like I would probably like split in half and live off of that, and then like the rest like do stuff with it.
yeah.
But I'm
Well,
saying
people who make money
it's a
like
lot of
that
money.
don't live humble. That's why. That's why they say stupid shit like, "Oh, it's not
Exactly.
enough," because you don't live humble. You got to buy flashy shit and upgrade everything. Like, if I had that money, I would keep this house. I would keep my car till I pay it off. Like, there's no point in buying shit. I also don't give a fuck about material stuff. Like, I wear the same shoes until they burn out. I've had this for like
Correct.
3 years now. Like, I keep my clothes. Like, I don't even. If, I have money to afford shit now and get clothes and shoes, and I really don't because I'm like, for what? I don't really care. So I would still live comfortably. I'd be set. I'd be fine. But people aren't gonna live. Most people will say that maybe, but then once they get the money, they're like, "Well, I can get this now, and I can go get this. We can go out." And it's like, yeah, but then you're gonna be fucked in like a year or two, and then you're gonna
It
look like
just
an asshole who just blew through 200K
it's just fucking ridiculous
because you
how
wanted to
social media.
flex
It's
for
obviously
the
like a social
gram.
media. Yeah, exactly for the gram, social media shit. I saw your tits, man. Don't do that. Titties.
Pectorals.
Titties.
What else did you have, Dylan? Education. Am I right?
Oh, what? Oh, do I? I just want to keep it simple. It's like my thought was how good is an education nowadays, and I thought to myself, I was like, it ain't worth shit. Because I could have my last job, I could have been fucking running circles around these sons of bitches since I was 18 out of high school. I was like, this shit's easy. They want a degree for this. They want a degree for simple math. I was like, this is so stupid. Then I know people are like, oh yeah, we're just doing this, and you just gotta like use the machine to test it, and then you just sit there for however long and watch it, and then you're done for the day. And we make this much money. I was like, you got to be shitting me, Glory. I went to school for 4 fucking years into debt to get paid this shit, and I could have been doing this from 18. I was like, you guys suck PP. So unless you want to be a doctor, folks, a lawyer, or an engineer, or a hippie queer doing something else, you don't need an education from college. High school, you got to do it, obviously. Don't be an idiot. Don't be stupid. Don't be like Toby.
Flip it.
Hmm.
Uh,
See
yeah.
ya.
Well, you went to school and graduated, so you're gonna know more about this. I don't think you need an education nowadays. I
No,
think you need knowledge of like what you're doing. Oh, it depends what job
yes,
you're doing, but um, you just need knowledge and experience. That's all they want. Because if you have a degree, they're like, well, you don't have experience. If you have experience, they're like, well, you don't have a degree. But I feel like they'll lean more towards your experience and work ethic compared to he went to school for 4 years and now he's new into the world. So yeah,
that's why
education's
I said
overrated.
when I was first on the first episode I was on here, and you asked me the question at the end, it was like, what can you do, like adventure out and like meet people and like make connections and do that people skills, because that's how you get the fucking experience. Because not all these young people now, like we don't have experience, and that's all the older fucking people want. So they keep hiring the same people who technically know what they're doing, but they're dumbasses and get fired and go to the next job, and they keep getting jobs, and all the young kids can't. All you got to do is make a connection, folks. And once you get that, you get the experience. Then you get the experience. Then you get pizzade. Makes sense?
Get
If not,
pizzade from a jizob.
a jizzop. TM.
That's super.
TM.
Yeah. I mean, I went to school for like at least 2 years, and I was paying out of pocket because I didn't get financial aid, which is horseshit. So I just stopped going because I couldn't afford it, and I have no regrets.
Obviously.
So
I do.
Let me see, dude. This is a reoccurring theme on this pod. The fucking balls on these solicitors who ring my doorbell or knock on my door at like 8 o'clock on like a Wednesday night, trying to sell me some bullshit. We have people. We have pest control guys. We have water sprinkler testers. We have fucking Wi-Fi people. We have like home security people. I'm like, hey guys, your business hours usually close at 5 or 6, right? So why the fuck are you on my property at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday night? Like, I'm over here trying to go to bed because I got to get up at like 3:45. The last thing I want to do is be lectured by some asshole about like, we're seeing some spiders in the area. I'm like, am I afraid of spiders? No, I'm not a bitch ass. I'll kill them when I see them. How about that? How about I'll go buy poison and sprinkle it around my house? I don't need your $60 a month fucking subscription for pest control. Get a real job. But it's annoying. Anytime we get people, it's always like after 5 o'clock. And they'll pull up in their van or truck and knock on our doors. And then we have to open the door, and they're like, they give us the whole shabloobity bloop. Yo, we've been seeing some rats and we've been helping your neighbors. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, dude.
Why do you even answer the door?
I don't need it. Well, it happened a lot like our first 2 weeks of moving here. But now I don't even answer the door. Or it'll happen when I'm like in the shower or eating. And I'm not going to answer the door when I'm eating. I don't answer the door when I'm eating.
You should just have like a shotgun sound button and just click it and like have it right by the door. It would make more sense. Just scare them off. So they stop coming by. Because probably like the same sons of bitches.
Yeah, part of me gets it because we are in a new neighborhood and they're still building houses. So they're just trying to get customers. But I'm like, dude, the time they do this is just inconvenient. Like it's 8 o'clock. It's already getting dark. We're shutting down for the day. And they're like, we just need 20 minutes to talk to you about your home fucking pest control system. And I'm like, get the fuck out. Okay. Yeah, it always happens at night. It's really annoying. Now we're at the point where like Kaylee will like just open the door. She'll be like, yeah, we're not interested, bye, and close the door. And they'll be like, but I'm like, yeah, you're an asshole. Think about knocking on my door at nighttime, me not giving you the time of night, not time of day because it's nighttime, and go on with your fucking life. Like they're starting to think we're the assholes because we're like, yeah, no, we don't need it, and closing the door on their face. They're like, I'm just doing my job. I'm like, fuck your job.
Who the fuck is still selling straight at 8 o'clock at night is my question.
That's what I'm saying.
Do math.
I guess they're not pulling well because they're trying to go door to door at nighttime. So that tells me like, well, you're not getting good business and this isn't going to help it, right?
Terrible.
Did you have another thing?
I'm jumping to my shit. I got one more.
Okay.
I got to ask you. I've asked you this before, but this is for you. If you had a choice, who would you rather never see again? Your family or the homies?
Family. Not even close. Hey, Dad. Now you're watching. I mean, my immediate family, I already don't see my family or my homies as it is, but when I'm around my family for too long, I just get annoyed and I end up just like wanting to leave. And I'm not around the homies enough to get annoyed. So I'm taking homies all day.
I feel like with me, it's like, I love the fam, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I get annoyed. But you chose the homies. You didn't choose your family, so you know your boys now. Hang out, everything's
That's right.
laughing, being a dickhead, especially to you, because fuck you. Tits McGee over here. But
All right.
I said it. It's just fun. I don't know. To me, it's just better to hang out with them than it is like family. Even like not immediate family, like the cousins. Like I see them, I'm like, fuck y'all, dude. Like I'm ready to go. I don't want to hang out.
Yeah. I mean, not immediate family. I can go the rest of my life without seeing them and be fine because I don't talk to them as it is. So that's just me. I'm introverted when it comes to my family because I'm not like them. They're all like loud and kind of obnoxious. Can't even talk, and then just like want to know the people's business and let's do this, let's go do that. I'm the opposite. I'm like, yeah, I'll stay home. You guys have fun. So yeah, I'm fine with not seeing my family. I see them once every 3 months as it is. So, but also I live 2 hours away, so I'm like not one of those fucking little bitch boys who's gonna drive every other weekend to see their family. What am I, bitch, dude?
A little bit.
I knew people like that. Freaking like when I got to college or like when I was working, they live like 3 hours away from their hometown. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna go see my parents this weekend. I'm like, this is the third time this month you've gone there. Do you have any friends here? Maybe make some. Maybe get a life. But that most people are just closer with their families. I'm not super close with mine, so I'm the weirdo, I guess, in this situation. you know, I like how your mom would just piss you off, and you're like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
Yeah, I'm a dickhead. I don't deal with. I don't like dealing with that shit. It's just like, nah, I'm out of here. Fuck it. I'm not getting in a bad mood.
Well, yeah, like growing up, you couldn't leave, or like you didn't have a car, maybe, so you would just like what go to your room, and she'd piss you off,
Yeah.
like just go outside or something. And now you're like, I gotta take this shit. I have my own car. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I just went to my room. Now it's just like I see her once every 3 months. So I really can't get pissed off. So it's like, but I'm there for a little bit, and then I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. See you in the next 3 months.
She's like, right there. Well, since you're here, can you just go cut the lawn real quick and start taking out the trash and start going through our closet?
Yeah, can you clean the garage that I messed up? Yeah, that'd be great. That was my favorite one. She'd be like, yeah, y'all need to clean the garage today. I was like, God damn it. I did not fill this garage with furniture and bullshit. I don't step foot in the garage. It makes no sense. The garage. I did not do this. This makes no sense. You're cutting into my time. And then we
Yeah, I
put it
also don't
one
like
way.
staying the night at my parents.
Then we put shit one way, and then
I
she's
don't like.
like, I don't want it that way. Put it back over here. I was like, it was just there. It makes no sense. But go ahead. Pissed.
I also don't like spending the night at my parents' house because like I have to sleep on like a little twin guest bed or the couch,
Hmm.
and I have a sleep number bed right now. So anything that's not my sleep number bed can kick rocks, dude. What am I sleeping on the floor? That's how a bed and couch feel compared to my bed. I'm like, I'll sleep in my bed or I won't stay the night.
I sleep like a rock anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
And you
I'm
built
like a
like a
bear.
rock. A boulder.
Huh. I'm like a bear. Sleep anywhere. All
I'm
right.
like a bear. I need like 14 hours of sleep.
No, not me.
I guess I'll end with Ultra 85. Logic's album came out a few weeks
Well,
ago.
we're not,
Pretty good album.
first
I haven't
off,
listened to him heavy.
we're not ending with that. We got the WWE question. That's what we're gonna end with.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay,
Yeah,
we're in
don't
with
fuck it
that.
up.
But I don't listen to Logic heavy like I used to, like in high school, although he does have bars. But his Ultra 85 album, pretty dope. Pretty good music. There's like one or two songs that I maybe don't care for, but all around production, rhymes, features, pretty good. I fucks with it.
His
You
lyricism's
should
always
take a
been
listen
good.
if you haven't already.
I have not,
Yeah.
but it's always been good. The lyricism. I I just hate the fact that he's like, oh, I'm quitting music, and then because it was for his kid, obviously, because he had a newborn and all that, and he was like paying more attention. But he's like, oh, I'm coming back like after a year, whatever the fuck it was, even if it was a year. I was like, dude, you lied. Like, why'd you say that? Just say you're taking a fucking break. Makes no sense.
I mean, rappers don't even retire. Anytime a rapper's like, "I'm done after this album," they're back like 2 years later because they get
I
fucking
know, but
bored. Like, what else are you gonna
no,
do?
no, I get it, but he like fucking made like a post and he was all crying and shit about it. I was like, dude, no, you're not. I was like, I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah, rappers don't retire. Dude, Jay-Z retired 10 times and he still makes music. No one listens to it now. I don't know who the fuck's listening to Jay-Z now, but yeah, every other rapper's like, after this album, I'm done. And then a year later, they come back and you're like, was this worth coming out of retirement for? No, it wasn't.
You wasted my time and yours.
Also, you can't be 50 and still be rapping. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, go do anything else. You look like an asshole being 50 years old and rapping. What the fuck are you going to rap about? Retirement, bitch? Retirement from rhyming words? You don't even work a fucking job. Rapping's the easiest thing. Rapping and acting are the easiest thing. You know why acting? Because rappers fucking act. That's how easy it is.
Fair enough.
Dude, freaking yeah, never mind. All right, we'll get to my last this is my hot take. So I see a lot of like wrestling like shit on Instagram, or whether it's like old matches or podcasts or people just talking about it, whatever. Every like every Mount Rushmore a wrestler has, or like a fan will have, they usually have Ric Flair in their Mount Rushmore or top five or greatest of all time. Ric Flair is not a great wrestler. I don't know why people put him in Mount Rushmores. He's not great. He's kind of funny, dude. Wrestling wise, he's not. He's not that. Like he's not a technical dope wrestler in the ring. He fucking bleeds from his blonde hair or white hair because he's been old since the fucking 80s. His finishing move is submission. So already you're out because who wants to see someone get leg locked every match? Like fucking jump off the rope, have a dope ass finishing move or a slam. Like doing the figure four leg lock is pretty annoying after a while.
Lame.
And then three, he's always looked old. So he looks like he a fucking retired dad wrestling. Like I don't understand why people put him so high. It's a
It's
no
just
from
because he was
me.
doing it since like the fucking like what, like 70s, 80s, whenever he started. So he was an old geezer
Yeah,
by
but a
the
bunch
time
of
we
people
started
have.
watching him. Oh, I get it. I'm in agreement. Fuck that. Woo! Fuck that. Fuck
Yeah,
all
like
that.
him as
Fuck
a
the.
character is cool
Yeah.
and his
Okay. Not
promos,
fuck the
but
nature
as a
boy.
wrestler, he's not up there.
Yeah.
He's not up there as a
Yeah.
wrestler.
So it's not fuck the nature boy. Let me be not disrespectful. It's just the fact that they say he's the fucking goat or whatnot. Yeah, that's not it. Like, or one of the
Yeah,
goats on the Mount Rushmore. That's not it. No. We stated our fucking goats or whatever, like on the first pod that I was on. But in actuality,
yeah.
the goats are fucking Hogan, Undertaker, Steve Austin, and Cena. Other than that, you
I
might have
agree with
room to
like
like
two of
kick
those.
one
Yeah,
out. Yeah, you
yeah,
you might have room to kick like one of them out if you choose so, and like add somebody else. But it's got to be like a legit one, like not some bullshit. Like if you want to put the Rock up there, I get it because he was part of that, like the big time with fucking Steve Austin, and he came back. But yeah, if they're not like pretty much like in retirement, like you can't be the go. Like people say Roman Reigns, I was like, yeah, he's good. Maybe when he retires, but not yet. No.
yeah. Well, I think Cena said that. I was watching his appearance on Club Shay Shay,
Yeah,
and he said he thinks Roman Reigns is like the greatest of all time. I'm like,
yeah, because he's been
that's
doing
a
it for
hot
like a
take.
fucking long time. Like he was there when I like almost like
Like
was
10
done
years.
watching wrestling. I know, but like when wrestling got like really out of hand, because I think he started doing like what
Yeah,
2012 something like that, 2011 2012.
yeah, somewhere around there.
But he's been like that fucking good for
But
that
he,
long, like the main attraction pretty much is what I'm saying. And then
yeah, but
he's still got a lot
it's
of time
hard
to go.
to it's hard to compare like 80s 90s wrestling to now. It's like apples and oranges because the landscape of it has
Yeah,
changed so much. So now you have like high flying, some dope moves and just like a lot of crazy like acrobatic type shit. And then back in the day, it's just like a bunch of big guys like slapping, slamming, punching.
which
You know,
is better.
I'm more of a fan of like the new. I don't watch it now, but just like from like late '90s to now, of like the technicality of like, you know, high flying, doing crazy off the rope moves, like slamming people off ladders, like shit like that's cool. They weren't doing that in the 80s, in the 70s, 80s really, because they were much bigger guys. They weren't super jacked back then. Like only a handful. A lot of them just look like fucking dads. Like unless you're Hogan or Macho Man or like
Little
one of the other
beefcake.
guys, like unless you were
Ultimate
like
Warrior.
one of the top, yeah, unless you're one of the top guys who was ripped and jacked off of coke and steroids, you look like a fucking dad. Nowadays, they all look like fucking athletes. It's crazy. There's some fat guys here and there, but for the most
Yeah,
part,
obviously.
you see them,
I
you're like,
think
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I think it's just like nowadays though, like I don't like it because you could really tell how like fake it is. Like it's still good to watch and like the best of the best, like do it even better than like like the newer guys are like the amateurs so to speak and the pros right now. But I think the prime of it was like right when Austin, like in the mid 90s, up until like 20, like I would say like 14, 15 when it was good. Like in between there, it was like the best years. Obviously, that's a big fucking stretch, like 20 years. But like after
Yeah,
15, like it just looks so bad to me. It like looks terrible. All the stunts they do and whatnot, it just looks like shit. I'm like,
and it's also
I'm
weird
fat and I
having
can
these
do
old
that.
ass wrestlers. Yeah, it's also weird having these old ass wrestlers who don't want to retire. So you have like fucking 70-year-old Ric Flair and like 60-year-old Sting and like 40 years old Jeff Hardy still trying to do it. And you're like, you're not what you once were. It's okay to hang them up. Okay. You can retire. I'm assuming it's financial problems why these wrestlers keep wrestling till they can't fucking move because they
Probably.
are in debt or they're stupid with money, which wouldn't surprise me because they're fucking wrestlers. They have head trauma and body trauma. But yeah, just like know when to quit. If you know when to quit, then I think it's easier to solidify you as a great. But with Ric Flair, dude, he's always looked old and he was never jacked and in shape. He's always been like a run of the mill kind of boring body guy. But I guess the way he talks and his aura, people put
Well,
him up
back
there.
then he
But
was pretty fucking
wrestling
jacked.
wise, he
But
ain't
yeah, I
that.
get it.
He wasn't that jacked. He was an Ultimate Warrior. He wasn't fucking Macho Man.
Obviously, we weren't Ultimate Warrior on fucking steroids and all that, but clearly
Exactly. Well, that's when, yeah, that's when you could do steroids and no one cared. They were like
it
giving
doesn't
them to the
matter.
wrestlers in like the 80s.
Shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Can I get a
Drink a
hell
couple
yeah?
beers.
How about a couple bears? Austin 316.
You sound just like
Austin
him.
316 says I just
Funny.
whipped your ass.
I'm gonna get
Fuck
that
you.
tatted on me.
I'm
I
gonna get Austin
literally
316
seriously
on
thought
my
about getting
tits.
that tatted on me. Getting like a skull with Austin 316 on it. Somewhere on my body. I might get it. I don't care, dude.
I'll see you down the road.
I get Austin 316. They'd be like, what does that mean? It's like, it means I just whooped your ass.
That just means I just whipped
So
your
stupid.
ass. How about a couple bears?
All right. Well,
All right.
guess that about sums up this EP. I don't have a new bit of the week. Haven't really been working on it this week. But this Saturday, I'm seeing Incubus in Austin at the Moody Center. I'm finna be
I like
lit.
it.
I'm finna freaking show my tits like all the girls there are gonna be doing to Brandon.
Because he has
They're like,
tits.
Incubus, I love you. I'm gonna throw my bra on stage. Incubus is a great band, and if you don't like them, you're the problem. They're playing Morning View in its entirety. Great album. Fuck you, Toby. Incubus is dope. So I'll be able to talk about that next week.
Yeah, fuck you, Toby.
And I'm trying to book a massage for Friday because, dude, the knots in my traps, dude, the knots, not great. Like, I just wake up aching. It might be my pillow,
Listen,
too. It's too firm. But I'm an athlete, Dylan.
you sure about
I'm an
that?
athlete.
You sure about that?
I'm basically on the shirt.
Everything.
So serious. All right, well, if I can leave you guys with one thing, Dylan, say it with me. Hoobastank.
Hoobastank.
And we're out.